He's here not just to remind us of the inevitability of death, but he's also here to remind us that Halloween's super fun. And although it may be June, it can be Halloween in our hearts anytime. So today I wanted to talk about my favorite Halloween special. Yes, my favorite Halloween special comes from the 90s sitcom, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And my favorite episode is this one. I forget the number. I think that this episode is just so perfect. It exemplifies 90s coffee shop aesthetics perfectly. It exemplifies Halloween. It's super important for the show itself. Goodness gracious. So this episode is about Sabrina getting a job. Her and her friend slash mentee, Dreama, which is a witch who is studying under Sabrina's tutelage. They both want to get after school jobs, and they stop in on at this coffee shop, and they find that it's very full of people who are philosophical. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's no surprise why I like this one. Okay, but the people are very philosophical. It is frequented by these college students, and this boy right away confuses her for a student that's in his class and like asks her about the lecture of the day, and she's like, I'm not in that class. But she feels so important. She feels like she's around like scholars, and you know, she's a senior in high school and she's like ready for college kind of thing, you know. She asks the manager at the coffee shop. He's important later. He sucks, but he's important later. She asks him if she can get a job there, and he says yes. She has no experience at all, but she saves the tray from being completely smashed on the ground by using her little magic. And
if you can pour as well as you catch, you're hired.
Fantastic! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
The manager is very impressed. His name is Josh. And he's a homewrecker. Drama. So Sabrina gets a job at the coffee shop. Hooray! A whole episode at the coffee shop. What a delight. Why I can't speak. What a delight. The B plot of the episode is that Hilda and Zelda are no longer scared by anything. Halloween is like a big thing for witches, so they are trying to come up with ideas of like, what is the scariest thing? It's like roller coasters aren't scary, going to the dentist isn't scary enough, and so they decide to invite over Edgar Allan Poe because he's the big writer who writes all the horror stories. You know who Edgar Allan Poe is, don't you? So that's going on. The C plot is minimal. Salem the cat wants somebody to come with him to read his scary stories to in the cemetery, and nobody wants to go. So that's going on in the background. Sabrina thinks she is too old for Halloween, and Hilda and Zelda remind her that she's a witch, and so then she can't avoid Halloween. It will find her. Okay? So Josh, her manager, says, hey, can you work on Halloween? I have a lecture, or I had to study, or yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And she's like, sure. And in the meantime, they're bonding. She's been getting in good with Josh because she can just magic her way out of problems. So lucky her, and Josh is really taking a liking to her and trusts her with the shop on Halloween. Now, at the time, Sabrina is dating Harvey, the best boy. Harvey is the long-standing boyfriend of Sabrina. And Harvey is very eager to go trick-or-treating because he's either 17 or 18. He's a senior in high school. And he's like, this is the last year that we can go trick-or-treating, and I really want to go. And Sabrina's like, oh, so childish. So childish. I'm smart now. I hang out at the coffee shop with the philosophy students, and Josh is a college student, and he's so cool. And I have no time for your childish things, Harvey. You know? Which is so sad. This is so sad. What's going on? This tension between Harvey and Sabrina has been building for a while because he's got this friend who sucks and who's a witch hunter. So anyway, Sabrina is working at the coffee shop on Halloween, and she's freaking out because she just got a job there. And Dreama's there, trying to help out, but Sabrina's really bad at making coffee. Customers are coming in, but only like one, like plenty to handle. But she keeps hearing these ominous signs throughout the day of like howling, of like whatever, like every time she's trying to avoid Halloween.
No can do. I've got to work.
Halloween night here is so easy. The place is a morgue.
So she knows magically that something's gonna happen. Okay, so she's having these like flashbacks or like these paranoid fantasies or something about like all the things that could go wrong, like a customer being a vampire or whatever. And it's just a normal guy, but he's like, this coffee sucks. And he's like, this coffee is way too strong. It could wake the dead. And so she dumps it outside in the sewer, outside behind the shop. And that sewer starts making funny noises. And so that's gonna wake the dead. Uh-oh. So then a whole horde of zombies come in to the coffee shop, and Sabrina has to deal with them, and she's fighting it tooth and nail. She's like, goodness gracious, I do not want to fight these zombies, I'm too grown up for Halloween. I'm too grown up. But the solution is that she has to have fun. She has to embrace Halloween. So then she parties with the zombies just like they want, and they all leave. And but then Josh comes back and the store is trashed because of the zombies.
Okay, a quick cleanup and I'm home free. So I don't get fired and take a lot of flack, please help me clean up before my boss gets...
Sabrina?
Oh, Josh, hi.
She's like, can I keep my job? Because that was the one thing he wanted, was like, last year a biker gang got invited in and they trashed the place, so don't do that. And then the zombies trashed the place.
Am I fired? I mean, I know I have to clean up and all, but after that, am I fired?
Well, it is Halloween. People should have fun.
And he brings her like a lollipop or something after studying. And he's wearing like a mask to like scare her. But she just dealt with a bunch of zombies, so she was like, oh no, is that real? And he's like, ha ha ha, I'm just kidding, it's just a joke. Josh sucks. Okay, but anyway, she gets to keep her job at the coffee shop. And at the end, she reveals that she has a crush on Josh.
Yeah, there's just one thing that bothers me about him. What? I have a huge crush on him.
Which threatens her relationship with Harvey, the best boy. He may be a little immature, but he's the best boy. He's not Josh. He's not Josh, though. So anyway, that's the best episode. That's the best Halloween special. That's my favorite Halloween special. I love Sabrina the Teenage Witch. It's such a good show. It's just all about learning life lessons and using magic along the way, and about how there's no easy cop-out to things. And I think also in this episode she learns that lesson a little bit, because she learns like you kind of get the attention of crummy guys when you kind of, fake who you are, She magically fixed that coffee tray. She magically knew how to study for him. Oh, I'm wrong. She doesn't study with him yet. I think she studies with him in the next episode. Whatever, that doesn't matter. It makes you kind of sad because we love Harvey, but she has to learn that like she's in between, just like Britney Spears, not quite a girl, not yet a woman. And Britney Spears did guest star in an episode. Isn't that fun? Sabrina was lit. Anyway, go watch Sabrina and go watch that episode. I believe there was a time I just looped it like it was a song. I'm just like, again. I was like, I don't know why I did that. Probably because it's the best. It's the best. It's the best. Okay, well, I'll see you later for another Halloween-y episode on Minty. Yay! Arg, 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 arg. Yeah. Cool beans. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, I was editing and I realized that I forgot to wrap up the plot. So Hilda and Zelda invited over Edgar Allan Poe, but he said they didn't write horror stories anymore.
Let's skip. Part 17.
Excuse me, Mr. Poe. I don't mean to interrupt, but we thought that you were going to read us something less dull. She means something scary.
Horror?
I haven't done that tripe in years. There's a much bigger market at inspirational writing.
So that was a huge bummer. But then at the end, they finally cave and listen to Salem's scary stories, and they actually really scare them.
The end. See? I told you they were scary.
So everybody got the Halloween that they wanted. Salem got his stories listened to, and Hilda and Zelda got scared finally. So, yeah.